2. Make sure you guys can hear me. Check, check. All right, what's going on, Glammy Boy, Tashar, Alexandru, Find Your Passion, Commander Star Chaser. I'm back, yes. Finally, it's like 4, maybe 6 hours later. I'm not sure how long it's been. Whew, but it's finally working, and we're sitting here looking at KSAN right now. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at San Diego, California. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is actually what what Southern California actually looks like, guys. This is not all green. That's one of the first things I noticed whenever I got into Infinite Flight for the first time, is how green it was. But this is actually what San Francisco looks like. So, man, waited for so long for this. I know a lot of people have actually been already able to fly all day, but servers have been down, and everybody's been having a crazy day trying to get on to the servers. And you know what? I didn't give up, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna go to work, and I'm gonna come back, and we'll see if it's working. And so I came back. It took forever to load. I loaded up in London Heathrow because I saw like a ton of people were actually flying out of there. So I said, like, maybe it's working over there. So it actually worked. Only problem is it's like midnight. Or it's like 8 o'clock at night over there. I didn't feel like doing a night flight. So we're going to head back on schedule. This flight was delayed, but we're going to do back on schedule. The first flight I'm going to do is going to be San Diego to San Francisco. I want to give you a little look at the west coast of the U.S. I know a lot of people are flying over there in Europe right now, so let's do a little flight over here in the U.S. So as you can tell, there's a lot of differences. I'll do another video later on, actually the differences and everything. But as you can see, you actually can't look at like the terrain view anymore. You can just see the outline view, but you can zoom out to see basically the whole world if you like. And you can still click on, like, for example, I can click on Albuquerque right here, and I can make a waypoint. So from here to Albuquerque is about 546 nautical miles. But we're gonna clear that because I have another way of making my flight plan. Legend Gamer, you're flying EasyJet. Dope. I'm flying 737 today, I think. Yeah, I'm flying 737. All right, so without further ado, we've waited long enough. Let's go ahead and get started. It's pretty cool how I can actually see a few other aircraft out here. So a few people are taking off out of LAX. We're going to fly over LAX, so we'll see LAX from the sky. All right, so the way that I'm going to do my flight plan today, I'm going to show you guys the way I'm going to do it. I'm not going to draw it out like I usually do. We're going to use a real-life flight plan that has been used today based on the weather and wind. So the way I'm going to do that is we're going to go to flightaware.com. That's that right there, flightaware.com. And so basically all I do is you go to the home page, you type in the airport you're at, and then you type in the airport you're going to, search, and then it's going to give us a list of every single flight that's flying between San Diego and San Francisco. Even all these flights were delayed. This was my flight, because Global got delayed, so that was me. All these people arrived earlier, so we're going to use one of the arrival ones. I just usually pick the arrival one. That's an A320, and if you want to be extremely accurate, you can pick the type of plane. So this one arrived 2 hours 16 minutes ago, so we're going to steal this flight plan. Wow, look at that. He made like a bunch of circles before we got to San Francisco. So it shows you what he did. So this is basically going to be our route from San Diego up the coast, which I really am excited about, seeing the coast from up in the air. So let's find out what our flight plan is going to be today. We'll go down. So flight data, here it is. Here's a route, PADR Z1. There's all the waypoints, and then we're going to be taking a Surfer 2 arrival. So we're going to go ahead and copy all of that. Our altitude will be 30,000 feet, speed about 496 knots, or 496 miles per hour. And that's all the information we really need from here. And then we're going to go back. Actually, also you want to look at, there's one other really important information we want to look at right here. This flight took 2 hours and 6 minutes. It should only take us about an hour and 50 minutes, but we'll plan for it to take longer. So 2 hours and 6 minutes, remember that number. Let's go back to Infinite Flight now. The update is not on Android yet, guys. We'll calibrate. And so all we need to do is, I think, just search. And let's see. I've never done this, guys, so this is live. We're trying it out. Okay. Yeah, that didn't work. All right, we're gonna close that. That didn't work at all. Let's see. I don't know how to make a flight plan, to be honest with you. All right, she want to clear. Yes, I want to clear. How do I make a flight plan? It says you can like copy and paste and search and stuff. Let's see. If anybody in the chat knows, that'd be good. So let's see. Let's see. Search. Infinite flight. KSAN. Okay. We already know where that is because we're there. That's cool. I should be able to just paste in somehow. And let's see, hold on. I know there's actually a tutorial on the forum. Let me find out how to do it. Stand by. Okay, yeah, I did it right. You just okay, you go to search. All right, so I'm reading the forum now, basically reading a tutorial how to do this. Paste. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put our arrival. I mean, not arrival. I didn't put our airport. So KSAN, and then at the end. And if you guys want me to do a tutorial later on what all these letters mean, that's I can do that. But right now, I think we're all good. Oh, I skipped. We may actually use some charts too. That'd be fun. KSFO. Let's see if this works. Oh, yeah, it worked. Cool. That's it. That is it. That is it for the most part. Cool. I can dig it. I can dig it. All right. Well, we'll work with that. Okay, cool. So our flight plan is made from San Diego to San Francisco. Let's go ahead and get moving and get off the ground as soon as we can. And one other thing I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to go ahead in here. That's our flight plan right there. I want to copy that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go also to, this is my personal preference. This is what I do. I'm going to go to Sky Vector. And I'm also going to put my flight plan there. So this way I can look at charts and stuff like that. So KSAN and destination is KSFO. And then down here I'm going to paste exactly what I pasted into Infinite Flight. Like that. And then I guess I'll just hit intro. Oops. Like that. And then so now we can see on the chart view where we're at. Altitude is going to be about 30,000 feet. Flight level 300. Speed we'll put about 500. And that'll give us kind of a more accurate maybe how fast we're going to get there. This one says we're only going to be there in an hour. So I don't know how long it's going to take us. Flight Aware says 2 hours. This one says 1 hour. I thought it was 1 hour 50. So we'll find out pretty soon here. And then the real reason that I use this is because of this feature right here. Now check this out. I'm going to click on this and hit PDF. And boom, this is the chart for San Diego. And I believe we are... Where the heck are we parked? Let's find out. Let's look at the... We're right... Oh, crap. We're to the south of runway 09er. So, according to the chart, that is... Oops. That is down here. So, we're right here at Terminal A. So, we'll be taking off today at runway 27, heading at 274. Now, another thing we need to look at is... Where's it at? Is if we look at our flight plan, we have a departure, aka a SID, a standard instrument departure, the PATDRZ1. That's a departure, so we can search that down here under departure procedures, and we'll see the PADRZ RNAV departure. So we can try to click on that. There it is. Is it gonna open? Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, I think, yeah, there it is. So now this is the actual departure that we're if we were to fly this by the book, you know what I mean, like following all procedures, which I'm gonna actually try to do, this is the departure that we need to follow on the way out of San Diego. So down to the right, the bottom right of your screen, you see the little rectangle where it says 275. That's the actual runway. That's the airport. So we're gonna fly at a heading of 275 from runway 27 up until we get to 520 feet. From there, we're going to want to fly direct to Winfield. And then from there, Colonel, and then Gewin, and then you know, all the rest of them. And then let's see. The top altitude of this chart is 15,000. And let's see, what is our transition? Let's see. Transition is IK. So IK is going to be where we switch. So right here, IK on the chart. Okay, so guys, real quick, to load infinite flights. So it took me like less than a minute, maybe 2 minutes max, when it finally actually worked. In times that I tried before, I was sitting here loading for like an hour, 30 minutes. I mean, just terrible amounts of of lengths of time. But when it finally actually does work, it takes barely any time. So if it doesn't load for a while, I would say go ahead and close it. And if you keep trying it and it doesn't load, I would say, you know, put it down for a little bit and go back to it. All right, so let's finish our flight plan. So we're gonna fly to IK. It's gonna be a transition. We'll probably be about 15,000 by the time we get there, possibly. Now we have to figure out where these points are on our map around KSAN. So, oh no, I don't want it in the flight. I'll hit map mode. Let's see if we can find these waypoints. So when I pasted our flight plan in, see right there, there's IK. When I pasted our flight plan in, it didn't actually put in the waypoints of the departure. So we're gonna take off 27 until we get to 52, until we get to 520, and I believe what was the next one? Winfield. So let's see if we can find Winfield. I might not fly this departure in this specific flight. I may save this kind of stuff for another stream, because I just want to get flying so we can see this beautiful scenery that's supposed to be here. But yeah, so anyway, it's here somewhere, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time today trying to find the waypoints. I know I can search it, actually. What am I thinking? I forgot you can search waypoints. Winfield, what's it called? W Whiskey November F. Winfield. Oops. Where is it at? Did it search? Oh no, did it delete my whole flight plan? Okay, it didn't. Where is it? I didn't find it. Oh wait, anyways, I'm not gonna keep you guys waiting any longer. We'll worry about that for another video. Today, let's just fly. We'll take off out of 27 and we'll just fly direct to our first waypoint, and then we'll enjoy the view on the way to the SFO for the next 2 hours. All right, so let's jump into the cockpit. Actually, we do need to change our weight and balance, because that's actually matters now. It's pretty cool that actually matters. Okay, so right now we have about 4 hours of fuel. We're gonna load up about yeah, we'll max out on passengers. Cargo, we'll put that not so high, right in the middle. We'll keep it in the green. And then here we go. So right here at the top right of your screen under fuel burn, it shows you the pounds of fuel you have, and then it shows you the estimated flight time you can make it on that amount of fuel. So we're gonna go all the way down to about you want to have an hour of reserve, about an hour of reserve fuel. So if your flight's gonna take 2 hours, you want 3 hours of fuel. If your flight's gonna take 3 hours, you want 4 hours of fuel. So you get what I'm saying. So the max we can make it on this 737-800 is about 8 hours, it looks like, a flight before we have to refuel. So we're gonna do, to be safe, we have about a 2 hour and like about 2 hour flight. So I'm gonna be safe about 3:15, just in case we have any complications when we get close to the airport. And other than that, we're all good. We're all loaded up, ready to go. We got our time synced to current time. The current time in Los Angeles is 12:46, and that is definitely right. And calibrate, smoking signs on, seatbelt signs on. Go ahead and turn the nav lights on. Beacon lights are gonna be on. Engines are off right now. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Let me go ahead and turn the sound up so we can hear that. Hopefully, let me know if this gets too loud for you guys. But I'm gonna turn the sound up a little bit. We'll calibrate, and I'm gonna make a very special view. So usually, whenever you do your engine start, you want to push back first. So we're gonna push back first, and then we're gonna start up the engine. So we're gonna push back with the nose to the our left. So I'm gonna hit push back, and I still haven't started the engines yet, guys. My engines are off. So we're gonna put the nose that way. Who's excited for this flight? Give me a thumbs up. Who's excited? It's about to go down. First global flight. I'm excited. I'm excited. If you're not excited, I'm excited. I'm already liking the graphics. I'm already liking the graphics so much. I'm gonna do some shout outs once we get in the air. I want to get us in the air first before I do a bunch of shout outs. And it's silent too. Like if you listen, like you can't hear it playing. It's just air. The APU is not even on. The scenery probably looks low quality because we're on the ground. So once we get up in the air, it'll look better. All right, that's far enough. We'll stop pushback. Let's go ahead and do our first engine start. I'm excited about this, guys. All right, we'll start with engine number 2. Oh man, it's about to go down. All right, I think I turned the sound up, so we should be good. I'm just gonna be quiet, and we're just gonna listen to these engines. All right, that was engine number 1. Now let's try engine number 2. Oops. Let's see, do we have like a cool engine view we can go to on the left wing? No, we don't. Okay, I'll just do free camera. That's fine. All right, we'll do engine number 1 next. Oh my God, chill out, bro, chill out. It's not that serious. We'll do it from right. Okay, right here. All right, here we go. Starting engine number 1. All right, there you go. I couldn't really hear the second engine start because all I could hear was the first engine. So that's maybe something they need to fix eventually. It's the same it's the same old engine sound from the original build of Infinite Flight. But hey, at least now we can start our engine. So that was dope. That was cool. I'm cool with that. I'm happy. So let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's jump back in the cockpit. We got our flight plan planned. Okay, I'm not used to those buttons being different. And we don't have any ATC online. I like how I can tune out now. We have San Diego Unicon. We'll go ahead and announce that we're going to taxi to runway 27. Not that it matters because nobody's here. And then we'll put our flaps down for takeoff. Flaps set to 10. We'll go up to 15,000 feet on our departure. And go ahead and release the brakes and give it a little bit of throttle. And we'll taxi over to runway 27. Alright, leave the strobe lights off, landing lights off until we get on the runway. Go ahead and set up my views as we get ready to depart. Let's see, the runway is over there. Okay, so we need to turn around. Yes, sir. No new planes in this update. MD-11 was put on hold so that we could get global sooner. Alright, let's see. I like that view. Do that. We got our right wing view, which will be really fun once we get in the air. We got our left wing view. We got our bottom view. We got our top view. This will also be a really freaking cool view once we get up in the air. Today we'll be cruising at flight level 300. That's a new scenic view. Ooh, a couple new scenic views, which we'll take a look at once we get up in the air. I think that's the right taxiway. Let's see. Yep, we're going the right way. Dope. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I've flown out of this airport so many times on on the original Infinite Flight version. So I'm very interested to see how this goes. Now I decided to fly out of San Diego on my first flight because I want to say goodbye to the Southern California region. Like, once I fly out of here, I won't be back here for a while. Like, I think all of us are pretty sick and tired of flying from LAX to Palm Springs to San Diego to San Clemente. Like, I think all of us are tired of that. So I decided to take this last flight so we can appreciate the actual scenery, because this is a very beautiful area. Southern California is. And so I want to appreciate it this one time and then just leave it alone. And, you know, we may fly back to LAX here and every once in a while, but we're going to go to, you know, it's global. We're going to go appreciate the world. We're going to fly everywhere. I got a long list on our Discord channel already about where I want to fly. So if you guys have not, there's 2 links. Actually, there's a few links in the description right below. There is a link to my Discord channel. So if you ever want to hit me up, if you have any questions, you want to do group flights, we do a lot of group flights. Send me screenshots if you spot me in the area at some point. You can send me all those screenshots. I also post all the screenshots from these live streams to the Discord channel, so that link's in the description. We also have my Instagram account is also in there, where I also post a lot of screenshots. I don't post as many to my Instagram. I only post my favorites, but I post almost every one to the Discord channel. So definitely come by. We got some cool people. We try to keep it friendly and try to fly as realistic as possible. I'm not really into all that crazy stuff too much, but every once in a while we have some fun. So another thing you need to think about too, guys, when you are planning your fuel, think about taxi time, because you are using fuel. So if you look at the bottom of our screen right now, we are using fuel. We're at 63% load, and we're at about 18,000 pounds, which, so yeah, we're 18,000 pounds, which is 37% of fuel. I'm not sure what the difference of load and fuel. I think load is like cargo and passengers, and then fuel is just that. So I probably should check real quick the weight and balance, because I feel like I might not have saved it. Let's see. Oh, I gotta be parking. Okay, that's fine. So we'll park right before the hold short line, and we'll do that. All right, so we're getting up here about the hold short, runway 27 at San Diego for the last time in a while. Now I plan on coming back here for a while. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the flight. It's gonna be about a 2-hour flight, so we will be serving food and drinks when we get to our cruising altitude, so stick around. We're gonna have a good time. All right, so we're gonna turn right here. We're just gonna hold short before this hold short line, which you should always do. And we're gonna have a brake. So we're gonna check our weight and balance very quickly just to make sure everything is how it should be. Yeah, so it's saying that we have flight time about 3 hours. I'm not sure why I said 8. That was confusing. It might have meant at the rate that we were taxiing, we could make it to 8 hours. Anyways, we're clear. There's no one here. No one here. I mean, I know a lot of people are still having a lot of issues with getting in the server. So there's no one here. There's a couple people flying out of LAX, as you can see on the map. Other than that, that's it. We're it. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear ourselves for takeoff. We're gonna announce taking off at runway 27, departing to the north.
San Diego Unicorn.
Strobe lights on, landing lights on. Beautiful. Go ahead and give a little bit of throttle, get ourselves on the runway. Yeah, man, we have burgers. Actually, we do have burgers on board. So you have to be very nice to the flight attendants. Be very nice. Our flight attendant today is Find Your Passion. That's his name. He's in the chat somewhere. He's one of our flight attendants for today. So. I'm excited about this departure, guys. I'm gonna do plenty of external views. Don't worry. Like, look at that. Look how much better that looks. I mean, I know this is still not perfect. Infinite Flight still has a ways to go when it comes to looking completely realistic with the graphics. But, I mean, this is a mobile game, guys. I mean, come on. All right, so first of all, before we take off, guys, make sure your seatbelts are on. Make sure you're sitting in your seats. Make sure everything's on airplane mode. Make sure also that you pray that we don't crash on the way there. So, all right, throttle up to 91%. And we're rolling on 27. All right, once we get out of here, we're going to be climbing up to 15,000 feet at about 2,500 feet per minute. Go away. We're going to fly runway heading at about, the heading will be about 275. And there's rotate. Nose up just a little bit. And we are positive rate. Gear up. Autopilot's on. Let's take a look at the view now. Okay, not that one, the other one. Alright, so as you can see, kind of as we're on the low to the ground, it's a little bit lower resolution. So once we get up higher in the air, it'll look a little bit better. I assume anything probably above about 2,000, maybe probably 4,000, 5,000 feet will look pretty good. We're gonna climb about 3,000 feet. We don't need to climb as fast as we used to. I guess I can hit nav mode now. Is that a thing? Can I do that? Let's see. I don't even know. Yeah, right now we're just flying runway heading. We're past 2,000. I'm gonna hit nav mode and let's see what happens. This is our first time. All right, flaps up. There it is. It's turning to our next waypoint, all by itself. Climbing out of San Diego, California. Gonna be taking a lot of screenshots on this flight. I had somebody comment to, how's the sound? Does it sound too loud? I just saw that. I'm sorry. Climbing out of San Diego. We're headed to San Francisco. Non-stop service to San Francisco. I want to kind of get a view of LAX. Let's see, where are we right now? Alright, yeah, we're going to fly right by LAX, so we're going to get a good view of LAX. I want to get a view of LAX, so it'll probably be a good, pretty high by then. Let's see, we got any really cool views that we can use right here. Let's change to different. We don't have that one. Not yet. Not that one. Oh, look at the tower view. Ooh wee. Like, look at the way that the like it doesn't look that faded look like it used to look, like that washed out white look. It actually looks like atmospherics. I like that. Alright, we're going past 8,000. Hello, beautiful. looking out the window right now, enjoying the view as we climb out of San Francisco. Alright, we're passing 10,000. Go ahead and turn off the lane lights. Increase the speed to about 285 as we climb out. We'll climb out at 285 for now. We may change that later on. Not really anything to look out the left window. We just have beautiful water, but not much else besides that to look at. This is not an international flight, so we're not going to be flying over like any large bodies of water. But that looks good, guys. That looks good. Like I'm so happy right now how good this looks. I just want to see how it looks in all these different views. Is that normal? I'm probably gonna take 100 screenshots before this freaking flight is over. Man. Alright, so the coast is actually gonna kind of come back to us. We're headed to the north, but the coast is gonna kind of come back to us. So we're gonna be able to see some more scenery a little bit when we get more forward. Right now we're climbing to 15,000. We want to be at 15,000 until we get to IK right here. And then once we get to 15,000, we'll go up to our cruising altitude. We may do it sooner. We don't really need to stay lower. Usually, ATC will give you the clear to go ahead and climb out at a higher altitude, but there is no air traffic control right now in the area of Southern California. And I don't even remember what server we're on. Are we on Expert? I don't even know. I'm either on Expert or Training. I don't remember what server I loaded into. All right, so the cool thing is now we're out of San Diego. We don't have to just like stay on the San Diego frequency. I can go ahead and click Tune Out KSAN, and then now we're just not on any frequency, which is really cool. And look at that view, though. I mean, you get to see the mountains over there. Like, we're gonna do some flights. To your right is really all those mountains lead to Palm Springs. So Palm Springs, if anybody's looking for somewhere to fly where there's some beautiful mountains, Palm Springs has some beautiful mountains to do some VFR flight. So I definitely recommend flying over there. And guys, I'm feeling your pain. So it's 3 o'clock now. I've been trying to get on since 10 a.m. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I've been trying to get on Infinite Flight Global since 10 a.m. So if you're having issues getting on, they're having issues with the servers. It's not just you. It's a lot of people. A lot of us can't get on, and I finally got lucky and got on. I'm so happy to finally be here, be in the air. We'll kick it here at 15,000. We can't speed up though, so let's speed up. One cool thing too is you don't have to have this map up anymore because it's gonna follow your flight plan anyways. All right, no flaps. I forgot to do that. My co-pilot forgot to tell me to put the flaps up. Thank you, Apex. I couldn't remember what server I was on. All right, looks like our max speed is still about 350 knots. That's probably just a limitation of the actual aircraft and not Infinite Flight. I don't know how that works. I know they mentioned like there being like no restrictions or something. So I don't know. Is it me or does this cockpit look better than it used to? Remember the 737 cockpit was so crappy. I mean, it still doesn't look great, but it looks a little bit better. Or maybe I'm tripping. This is gonna call for some really cool time-lapse videos, that's for sure. What's going on in Mile High Man 737? Welcome to the Discord channel. Ooh, that's a pretty dope A320 too. He just posted a screenshot of in the chat. All right, so actually, if you look off to your left, guys, I'm like a tour agent or something. If you look now look how far we can see. Like that is actually, let's take it our map. off to our left, that's San Clemente. Now, in the previous version of Infinite Flight, you could barely see anything. Like, you can actually see as far as the eye can actually see now. That's Catalina Island right there, which is also very beautiful. And then there's San Clemente way off there in the distance. Used to be one of the most popular airports for people to fly in and out of when that was your only choice. And looks like we have somebody, Redwood 301. That's probably LAX up there that I'm seeing. Elites, thanks for the question. Yeah, I think there's going to be an extreme lack of ATC coming up now. Now that Global's released, now that there's so many more places for people to fly, now that there is so many more options for people to go to. For example, just like I was just saying, like San Clemente used to be one of the, like, usually it doesn't matter what server you got on, except expert. But if you got on training server any time of the day, this airport right here would be freaking full. I mean, hard to get out, hard to get in, you know what I mean? And so now there's no one there, not only because we're having issues, but I mean, I doubt many people are going to fly to that airport anymore. Maybe once, but you're not going to be flying there like you used to, because now we have so many more options, so many more places that we can go. Now we have the whole freaking globe. You know what I'm saying? And that's amazing. So there's no point anymore to fly to some of these airports that we never really wanted to fly to in the first place. Like before, we probably only flew there because there was ATC, because it was far, because we could get actual good amount, like a 30-minute flight out of it. Look at that. Look at those mountains. But I hope that IFATC, you know, they kind of organize and get some things going. I know there's going to still be events, so there can probably be fly-in events where there's a airport that there's going to be a fully staffed ATC, and everybody's going to be flying in and out of those airports. There's also probably going to be like events where there's a specific route that everybody flies, you know what I mean? So like from like Boston to London or something like that, where everybody flies over the sea. This is the type of stuff that they do like on a VATSIM and not Pilot Edge, but on VATSIM, because it's the whole globe, it's the same thing. So I kind of see Infinite Flight going in the same direction as VATSIM with their ATC. It'll be really tough probably to get a lot of ATC in expert server because there's a lot less controllers, but on training server you may be able to get it. So I know like once you fly to places you want to fly to, you're probably going to start flying to places where there's ATC. For example, when I fly an X-plane, usually I'm like, okay, where's ATC? Because I want to interact with ATC. I don't want to just fly by myself because it gets boring. You know, when you just fly by yourself all the time, it gets boring. This is one of the main reasons that people were attracted to Infinite Flight, because it has a good multiplayer live system. So, you know, you want to fly into an airport that has ATC, you know, so somebody can tell you you're clear to land, or, you know, to go around or do a right base, right downwind, whatever it is. So I think that people are going to migrate to that once they fly to their favorite airports. There's Catalina off our left wing. Let's take a look at that from the outside view. Oh, I can't see it. We'll see it in a second. But yeah, like I said, I think people are going to start flying. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit the rudder. People are going to start flying to places that have controllers. So, and I also recommend people to, you know, branch out and try being a controller sometime too, so that way you kind of help the community. Oh my God, that looks so good. Look at that. This is for the tower view from land, zoomed in on us. Like that's one of my favorites. I love how like the fade. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so we're about to fly over LAX here pretty soon. We are about hold on, let me customize this bottom stuff. So we got our ground speed on the left side. I got my altitude MSL, distance to destination. This is the next. So we're about 50 miles from our next waypoint. 315 miles away from our destination of San Francisco, and the local time is 13:11. That's yeah, that actually is right. We'll do local time real. Wait, what? Oh, that's my local time. That's what that means. Zulu time real. I don't know what the difference is. We do this time zone. Okay, it tells you what time zone you're in. That's kind of cool. That's new. That's very new. We have fuel remaining. We have load. Since I'm not too worried about load because that's not going to change. So let's take a look through here, see what kind of options we got now. Nearest airport, it's all the same. Wait, what is camera location? I don't know what that is. Alright. Fuel used, fuel flow. That'll be actually some very interesting, some good information to have in flight. G-force, vertical speed, all this stuff we've already had. And I think that's all of it. So we'll leave it on whatever it was on for now, and we'll change it later. All right, we're getting really close, LAX. Let's go up to the right wing view. Oh yeah, here we come. We're heading back to the land now. I think this is the Orange County area, if I am correct. You can also track my flight if you're not able to get in yet on live flight. I am Blue 116, and somebody told me that I'm on the training, or I'm on training server. Extra flight. I keep forgetting. ISC Dylan, yeah, that's LAX right there. I think we broke live flight too, so this is giving me problems right now. So we're not going to fly directly over LAX, but we get a good look at it from here. And right now there's only one aircraft taking off out of LAX. It's like an Airbus A320-200. But man, what I like about this shot the most is just the mountains, man. Like, I am a sucker for mountains. Like, I love to see mountains. Like, I like to travel to places with mountains. I like to fly over mountains. I like everything about mountains. Alright, so I'm definitely not on the training server. I must be on expert server. There's actually a lot of people on training server in this area, I think. I can't see me. Is that me? I think I just found myself on live flight. I'm gonna check back on. I'm sorry I'm not like responding to a lot of you guys' comments. Find Your Passion is doing his best to take care of all the comments as of right now. Once we get to our cruising altitude, I will be a little bit more aware. Right now, just really enjoying this view. But yeah, so guys, just so you know, when you're on the ground, like when you're landing, or when you're like really close to the ground, the textures are gonna look kind of low res because that's how it is right now. I don't really have a better explanation. Just basically because when you're closer to it, once you get farther away from it, the better it's gonna look. So when we're like at cruising altitude of flight level 300, it's gonna look amazing. And probably, I mean, even from here, it looks great. I mean, the mountains are actually elevated, how they should be, where they should be. And I mean, this is pretty cool. Let's jump onto the. Oh man, look at that! I'm just like still at all right now. This flight should end before. We shouldn't be nighttime. It won't be nighttime when we land, but the sun will be down. Let's go. Where is the sun? There it is. The sun will be going down off of our left wing as we get closer, but it's not gonna completely set. Ooh, look at the bottom. That looks good. That looks good. Like the reflections on the bottom look really good. But I don't even know what I was saying right now. But yeah, oh man, look at those mountains. I'm just appreciate that view, guys. Alright, are we to our next waypoint yet? Let's take a look at that. I'm going to Cockpit, take a look at the flight plan very quickly and see. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, we're almost there. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to our cruising altitude, which is gonna be flight level 300. There it is. We may go higher if we need to, but that's what our flight plan called for, was 300. And I keep missing it. There it is. All right, and we'll go ahead and climb. Climb at about, I don't know, 2,500 feet. It's like we don't have to climb all fast anymore like we did before, when we were restricted to like 100 miles or however much it was. We had to climb at like 4,000 feet at a time just to feel like we actually got somewhere. But now we're able to climb a lot slower and just kind of take our time on the way up, which is makes it a little bit more relaxing. Man, look at that! Look at that! All right, let's go ahead. Let's do some. Let's look at the scenic views now. Let's see what this is. This is like a plane view, kind of like if you were in another plane ahead of our plane. Can I zoom out or anything? No, I guess it just does that. No, I can dig it. All right, and then the next scenic view is this one. This is I think this is the money shot right here. It looks very similar though to the old one, but it's a little different. It zooms out a lot more than the old shot did. Kind of like what you wanted the old shot to do. The old shot kind of just like it ended way too soon. Yeah, guys. If you're actually were able to get into global, go ahead and post your screenshots to the Discord channel. You can either post them in Infinite Flight or post them under screenshots, and so we can take a look at all those. Looks pretty good. Oh, there's a turn, so the plane just turned on its own. That's cool. That's really cool. Mad dope, my friend. Mad dope. Man, that looks so good. Only comment I have right now of this specific shot is it kind of it shows how, and I know this is a 737-800 and this is an older plane that they haven't updated in a while. Like it's not the same quality as like the 777 or the 787, some of those newer aircraft that they come out with like the Dash 8. But I want to see a little bit more detail in the actual engines, like in the fans. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to see the fans. Like right now you kind of only see the little center part spinning. Look at that right there. That's a shot. Ooh, that looks good. All right, let's go to the next scenic. But yeah, I want to see a little more detail in the engines. I think this is the old, the same old flyby view, which I've always liked the flyby view. Congratulations, Mile High 737. You made it to level 2, my friend. Dopeness. All right, let's get back out to the that good old. Oh man, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Let's just enjoy this for a second. I'll take a moment of silence. Nice, so as you see that at the top of my screen, it says it just automatically put us in low power mode to save the battery for long flights, which is kind of cool. I mean, I'm actually connected right now to my charger, so I don't have that issue. But, man, that looks so good. But I'm completely down for that. Alright, so we're still climbing. We're actually almost to our cruising altitude. So, if you gotta pee, just hold on just a little bit longer. We got overspeed. Oh, we do not want to get a penalty up here. Our max Mach is 0.87. So let's go to 0.85. Now guys, be careful, because now that we're doing these longer flights, a lot of people want to get really high up in the air, and the thing is, the higher you get, you kind of got to bring your speed back just a little bit, because if not, you will get a violation, and you do not want to get violations. Alright, so we're at a cruising altitude now. The winds are not too bad. We have a slight, what's that? Actually, we have a slight crosswind / headwind. Winds are out of 240 at 52 knots, which is cool because it's actually like they talked about, the winds are different up here than they are on the ground. So on the ground it may be like 10 knots, 8 knots, you know, very, very, you know, very small. But up here you can get knots, you know, almost up to like 100 sometimes. So let's see, how fast can I get this baby to go? We'll let it. We'll cruise right there at Mach 8.86. Navigation mode is doing its thing right now. We are. Distance to next is about 229 miles. Let's do. What's the time? ETE to destination is about. Well, that's not right. What? 20? Is that 27 minutes? How long have we been up here? Where's my flight time? We've been up here for 20 minutes, so I mean this flight actually might be a lot shorter than I thought it'd be. I was expecting about a 2-hour flight, but it might only be an hour because it says we're only 27 minutes away from San Francisco, which is possible. We are going pretty fast. Local time is 1:23. We have plenty of fuel remaining. We have 30% fuel. It's about 2 hours, 47 minutes of fuel. So I'm loving it. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn off the seatbelt signs off because I'm expecting a pretty smooth ride. Looking at the map, I don't see any issues of turbulence or anything like that in the future. Actually, let me look at that again. Yeah, so we have a few conditions of IFR conditions up below SFO, but we should be just fine. Let's go to the map view. So I mean, San Francisco is right there. It's 2 hours away. I mean, it's an hour away. Actually, it's 25 minutes away, but it's right there. So I didn't think it was going to be this fast to get there, honestly. I thought it would take us a lot longer. I know a lot of you guys are asking about Android, and they said that Android would be coming out a couple of days after iPhone. So, I mean, they may move it up. It may be sooner. You never know. But last thing that they said was that it was coming out a couple of days after iPhone, maybe a few days, who knows. Nobody really knows, but I think that they learned a lot with the release for iPhone, that they're not going to make that same mistake with Android. So lucky for you guys, you should not have these loading issues that we've been having for iOS devices. But let's go take a look at San Francisco. We have a while before we need to get there. We do need to take a look at our descent, when our type of descent needs to be and things like that. But for now, let's take a look at the weather. Elevation is 12 feet, San Francisco International. I'm not sure what the blue color means, but looks like we have winds are at 250 at 6 knots. Visibility is only 4 statute miles. Oh, we got some haze out there. Scattered at 2800, overcast at 3400. The temperature is 18, dew point 06, altimeter 300. So weather's not too bad out there, but we have a little bit of low visibility, so it's probably gonna be some IFR conditions going into San Francisco. So we don't have an approach mode on here, but I'll be flying it basically IFR on the way in with the controls. So now let's go ahead and calculate when do we need to actually descend. Actually, before we do that, let's hopefully this doesn't do anything bad. Let's go take a look at our route real quickly. Right here. So our arrival is gonna be the Surfer 2, which is at the end of our flight plan right here. And let's go ahead and pull out the Surfer 2 arrival charts. Oh crap. For San Francisco, so we know where to fly and what altitudes. Okay, open up. There it is. Here it comes. So Surfer 2. There's the airport at the end. No, it's not. Where's the airport? Oh, it's right there. Okay, it's the top. So surfer is actually, no, I'm looking at it backwards. From top to bottom is what we need to read it. Min low 4,000, swells at 4,700, 6,000 at eddy, 1,500, 10,000 epic, and then to surfer. So I'm probably gonna draw that out on our flight plan. I'm gonna pull the same chart up on my computer, so I don't have to keep closing Infinite Flight to look at it. But basically, we're gonna be taking the surfer to arrival into SFO. Probably land on the 28 left or right. So real quick, I am going to. I like that, right? That's so cool. I'm gonna look that up, and so we can find. We might be. That may be able to help us find out where our top of the descent needs to be, also. And as we get to Northern California, it's gonna get a little bit greener out here. So right now we've been a lot of desert. But as you get out of Southern California, get closer to the Northern California, you can see it gets a little bit greener. You'll start seeing a few snow-capped mountains here and there. It's very beautiful. I've flown out here in real life. I'm not a pilot, but I've, as a passenger, flown to San Francisco about 5 times from my home state, which is not California. But it's beautiful. I have a lot of pictures on my Instagram of it. So anyways, I'm going to... Yes, I'm using iPhone 7 Plus, iOS 11. I'm going to take a look at the charts real quick. Go ahead and put in our flight plan. I forgot to do this. I'm going to go ahead and post a flight plan that I did today on the Discord channel. I'm actually going to do it right now before I forget, because I meant to do that earlier before we started. On every stream from now on, now that we actually have longer routes, I'm going to go ahead and start posting my flight plans. So if you want to copy and paste them, you can do so. So glad to be out of Southern California, though, guys. We are now in a part of the Earth that that we didn't have region for. This is my first time flying outside of the region, so I'm pretty excited about that. So right now our flight plan has us flying directly to SFO, which is not really what we want to do. So it looks like if you okay, so now I understand the low power mode. If you're doing a long flight, which I don't know how long they consider long, if you're doing a longer flight and you stop touching your phone for a certain amount of time, it will actually switch to low power mode on automatically if you have that setting turned on. Okay, so we need to go to stock D and then surfer, which is up here. Alright, let's see if we can find these waypoints. Hopefully this doesn't like mess up the navigation mode whenever I change the flight plan. Because right now our next waypoint is KSAN, or I'm sorry, KSFO. So how does that work? Like if I want to change my flight plan, but I'm still flying and I'm in navigation mode. Matter of fact, this is what I'm going to do to be safe. I'm going to calibrate my screen just in case something goes wrong. I'm going to go ahead and turn off nav mode, and that should keep us flying at our specific heading at 305, which is still directly to our next waypoint. Okay, cool, that worked perfectly. And then I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to search the new waypoints that I want. Which is, I may have to delete SFO. What does this button do? It doesn't do anything, does it? Oh, it does do stuff. I'm confused what it's doing right now. Oh, it's because we're in the wrong place. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool, actually. What? I'm so confused. Okay, well, we're just gonna start over because I don't know what this flight plan is doing anymore. So anyway, since we know we're flying, yes. Okay. It scared me. I was like, I think I want to. Okay, so our first waypoint that we want to head to, based on my flight plan that I showed you guys earlier, is we want to go to STOKD. Let's do this all caps because I don't know if it's gonna do STOKD, and then Surfer, and then from there, I'm looking at my chart, not on the screen, but on my my other device. Standard terminal arrival, Surfer to RNAV. Yeah, well, Surfer is actually the last point. Actually, no, it's the first point. Okay, so Surfer. Okay, Surfer to, and I've done this like a ton of times in X-Plane. So basically, I'm just gonna plot out our arrival based on the approach charts that I showed you guys just a little bit earlier. So waves and then epic. It'd be really cool. Well, I know it doesn't have a VNAV, so that wouldn't make sense. But I was gonna say if you could put the altitudes that you're gonna be at when you get there, because it has altitude restrictions on this route. Eddie. Oh, it's my bad. You gotta make sure you spell them right too, because they're weird. They'll trick you. You see how Eddie spelled? Yeah, it's weird, right? Swells. And then our last waypoint of this arrival will be Menlo, which is a very common used waypoint when flying into San Francisco. And then from there, I'm gonna go ahead and plot out the whole thing. Then we said I was gonna fly into runway. I'm gonna go ahead and choose. We don't have any ATC there, so we get to decide. Well, I'll choose 2A left. Yeah, we'll do 2A left. So I'll go ahead and pull up the the ILS waypoints for that, which is gonna be ILS runway localizer 2A. I say left, 2A left. And I'm gonna go ahead and just plug in our first waypoint of that. And this is just what I do. You don't have to do this, but you can from your arrival to your like approach chart, you can go ahead and just connect them. So I'm gonna put DVEC. No, did I put that right? Yeah, DVEC, and then PO, and you're gonna see this in a second pop up all on the screen. Hopefully every single one of these waypoints actually shows up. The navigation data should be pretty up to date. And if you're wondering where I'm getting these waypoints from, I'm looking at real charts for San Francisco. Duyet to NEPIC, and then from there we'll just go direct to SFO. Basically at Duyet right here, that's where we're gonna intercept the localizer at about 1,800 feet. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit OK, and let's see what happens. There it is. That is our waypoint. I mean, that is our flight plan. So basically, as you can see, it just kind of plots out perfectly there. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete Menlo though, because there's no reason for us to go that way and then go back. So I'm gonna go down here and delete Menlo, which is actually our next waypoint, and we're gonna fly directly to DVEC, which we need to be at 7,000 feet when we get there. Pretty dope. I really like this system of searching waypoints. I love that so much. Okay, now we got that taken care of. We need to be at 7,000 when we get there. All right, so we need to keep that in mind. We are only 15 minutes out from San Francisco, so it's probably about time for us to start descending. So now I'm going to use another resource that I use also on a separate device. And sorry, I'm not able to look at your comments right at this second because I am actually looking on another screen to find out. I'm going to turn on nav mode again, and that's going to turn us right back to fly directly to our next waypoint, which is now different than what it was before. All right, so I'm gonna go and I have a website that I use, and there's plenty of them. If you just search on Google descent calculator, and this is how I find out how when I need to descend and at what speed, all that kind of stuff. So right now we're at initial altitude is 30,000 feet. Hold Hold on, I don't need to look at, give y'all guys a good view while I'm doing this. Alright, initial altitude 30,000 feet. Distance, we'll be at, what are we at right now? What's our airspeed? 450-ish or something like that. I'm just gonna put 450 for the indicated. Actually, we're indicating what? Indicated airspeed is about 300 or so. And target altitude is gonna be 07,000. Distance from our airport, or distance from our next waypoint is 97 miles. And let's see at 95, if we descended 3 more miles, how fast we need to descend. Alright, so we can descend a lot later than that. Let's try 60. Try 70. Still too fast. Let's do 65. Still too fast. What was 60? 280. I'm just like typing in a bunch of different distances to see if it can give me something above 80. Above 2,000 feet per minute. We're actually we're gonna descend about 90 miles out from our next waypoint, which is in 1 more mile. So we're about to reach our top of descent in just a few seconds, and I'm gonna go ahead and set our altitude down to 7,000 feet, which is where we need to be for our next waypoint. And I'm gonna go ahead and go to vertical speed down to 1,800. So that should get us where we need to be, right when we need to get there. And if you guys need help on finding out when to descend, I can send you guys some links. Just go ahead and jump into the Discord or contact me on Instagram or however. Probably Discord would be better because I can actually send you links. Alright, so I'm not going to change my speed just yet. I'm going to wait till we get closer to 10,000 feet, and then I'm going to change my speed. Because we're only descending at 1,800 feet per minute right now. Yes, you can refuel after you land. Oh yes, thank you, Laser Gamer. I need to turn the seatbelt signs back on for descent. Almost forgot. So actually, as you can kind of see, there's some areas where the scenery is not as great as others. So when we were flying out of Southern California, just to the north of Los Angeles, it looked really good. Out here is kind of low res, and it could also be, now remember, the servers are having a lot of issues right now. So it could also be just the fact that the servers are overloaded, and then I'm just not getting the high res scenery that I'm supposed to be getting. So let's keep that in mind, that could be still an issue, because I know a lot of you guys still can't get in. So a lot of the servers are still down. So it looks like we may actually get, let's see, where's this guy headed to? SFL2. So we may get there right around the same time as these two aircraft over here. They're they're really high. They're 29,000 feet higher than I am, and I'm at 30,000 feet. Actually, what? I'm confused. Okay, he's high. He's at 31,000. What are we at now? Okay, we're at 26,000 feet. We're headed to San Francisco. We're actually on our descent now, on our arrival into San Francisco International. Man, that looks so good. It's like when the scenery is not that great, the airplane still looks great. But I'm wondering, I really think that because the server is having a lot of issues downloading and giving us scenery as we fly over it, I think that's why all this area looks so bad. Because I know for a fact that this scenery around here is pretty easy to get, because I've downloaded scenery for this area on X-Plane, like myself. So, alright, so we are only 10 minutes out. We may actually have time for a second flight. We might have time for a second flight, depending on when we land. 63 miles out from our next waypoint, where we need to be about 7,000 feet. Once we get to about 180. I'm gonna go ahead and slow the plane down so we don't get caught speeding. Right now our flight time's at 41 minutes, which is actually not that long. I thought it would take a lot longer. Go in a scenic for you guys. Actually, go to the other scenic. Yeah, right now, I don't know. The scenery is not looking really good where we are currently. I have all the settings on max. So I have quality of the plane on max, quality of the scenery on max. But like I said, I really think, because I know a few other people I saw who were flying. Oh, look at that! Who were flying on Global were having this issue earlier today with the scenery being very low res, like this right here. But I saw also that a moderator commented saying that the reason that it was so low res was because of the servers being overloaded today. So expect to have a few times where there's going to be like some low res scenery around you. Like when I took off out of out of San Diego, we were sitting there for a while, so it had time to load. Now we're getting a few chops here and there. Actually, it had time to load up all the scenery around us, but now we're flying to an area we've never been to. So right now, as I'm flying, it's trying to send me information so that I can see it, but it's not getting to me fast enough because of the issues going on. So, but I know that as for days to come, it's gonna look better. Like right now, it just got a little bit better. I don't know if you saw it, but it just kind of it got just a little. It still doesn't look very good, but it got just a tiny bit better. How long did it take me to spawn? Check our altitude. I'll make sure I don't speed. It took me all day, but I didn't wait like consistently all day. Like I kept redoing it, retrying it. I gave it about a 2-hour break. Like for 2 hours I just didn't try, and then I came back, and then it finally worked. But I mean, I was really frustrated, just like you guys are. Elitz, sorry, I just saw your comment. The Discord link is in the description of this video. Let me make sure it's down there. Yeah, it's in the description. So just go down to the description of this video, and the Discord is down there, so you can copy the flight plan. All right, we're about to cross about 180 now. I'm gonna go ahead and slow our aircraft down so that we don't get caught speeding when we get down to 10K. Man, it looks good off the left side though, right? So I'm going to slow her down to about 245. And I think we should be okay as far as reaching our target of 7,000 feet. We should be okay. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. So far, it's been a very smooth flight. I haven't had any really bad issues, except for just recently seeing some low-res scenery as we flew into the San Francisco region. As we get closer to San Francisco, so hopefully when we get lower, that will get a little bit better. But right now, it's just a little bit fuzzy. It doesn't look that great. But yeah. Welcome to the stream, guys. Expect me to be doing. I'll be doing another stream tomorrow. After we may do another short flight from San Francisco. I need to look at where we can go to. But if not tomorrow for sure, at around 12:30 Zulu. We'll be continuing our flight. I have an actual route that I'm planning on doing for this first set of flights. I'm flying to a mystery airport. Hopefully we'll make it there by tomorrow. It's my favorite airport to fly in and out of. I fly there a whole lot. I actually test all my aircraft and X-plane at this specific airport. It's kind of popular, but sometimes it can kind of be under the radar. All right, we're at 15,000. But that's what I'm planning on doing. Hopefully tomorrow we can make it there. It depends how far we get today. But like I said, I have a plan of where I want to go. A few different airports I want to stop by on the way there. But we're gonna end there, and then we'll probably just do some other fun stuff from somewhere else. Haven't completely decided all the way, but we flew from San Diego, California. All right, so now we're actually able to see a few aircraft ahead of us. Let's take a look at the map, see who that is. Those other two aircraft off to the right, to the east of us, are still inbound. They are landing at SFO, but they're really high, about 8,000 feet above us. The two aircraft we see are actually sitting on the ground at SFO, it looks like. Actually, no, he's at 3,000 feet. And this guy is on the ground. So Frontier 265 is actually on the ground in San Francisco. If anybody in the chat wants to be our ATC, like, that would be great. Because we don't have any air traffic control right now. Now we're getting real close to 10,000. Let's take a look at our speed, make sure we're under where we need to be. All right, yeah, we're good. We're at 245 knots. We have a 24 knot headwind. Winds out of 260. Man, look at this haze coming up, man. Like you can see us losing visibility. We got Deer Crusher off to the right. That's a grade 3 and a 777. He's probably heavy out there. Let's take a look at our fuel. We have flight time of 48. We still have 27% of fuel. We've only used 10% of our fuel so far. Surprisingly, like I put way too much fuel on board. And we can't jettison fuel unless we are on unless we have enough fuel to jettison. So we can't actually jettison fuel. I will go ahead and set this up. And it actually won't let me. We're too far out to set this up for our arrival runway. I'm gonna change distance to next, to ETE to next. So we're about 3 minutes out, and we're only 3,000 feet away from our target altitude of 7,000 feet. And then we're gonna be taking the Surfer 2 arrival into San Francisco. Actually, I need to finish our flight plan. It doesn't have San Francisco on it. We'll click there, and then we'll hit SFO. Oh, what did I do? Oh, delete that. Delete. And this is the reason it wasn't showing up. We said 28, right? Yeah. 28 left, not 28 left. Alright, cool. Cool, so now we should actually be able to see the ILS show up in our radios. I have to take a look at live flight. I want to find my flight on live flight for our first flight. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn on, we don't really need them yet. I'll wait a little while, turn on landing lights. Don't need flaps yet. We're below 10,000 now. We're good on our speed. We're at 245 knots. Once we get to this next waypoint, I'm going to slow down to 220. It doesn't have any speed restrictions on the plate or on the chart. Not that I know of. I'm going to take a look again. The frequency for the ILS is a 109.55, which doesn't matter because we don't have that on infinite flight yet. The approach course, the final approach course will be 284. Keep that in mind. We will be landing by hand today. And I don't see any speed restrictions down there, but I'm not too worried about it. Actually, yeah, it is. 230 knots is a speed restriction at Archie. Which is going to have us at about 5,000 feet. So we'll be at about 230 knots until we get to 5,000 feet. We'll keep that in mind. That's only a little bit less than where we're at right now. We're coming up to 7,000, and we're a little bit early on our descent, but that's perfectly fine with me. And yes, Awesome Gamer, I do listen to you guys in the chat. I'm just kind of preoccupied with how amazing this looks right now. I apologize. I actually thought we were going to have more time. Look how low we are. Yeah, all this looks kind of low res right now at the moment. So I'm hoping that the servers get a little bit, or maybe a lot better so that we can see some better scenery coming into San Francisco, because this is supposed to be a very beautiful flight. Yeah, there's so many planes in the air in live flight. Nick Gaming, the graphics are bad because the server is like about to blow up, and it can't really handle how many people are on right now, so they're trying to fix that problem. Because I have my settings set all the way up. Thank you for that, Laser Gamer. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just making love to the new scenery. Yeah, it's true. It's true. This is my first flight, guys. I apologize. I usually, for people who watch my normal streams, I do a pretty good job of trying to keep track of the chat and talking with you guys. But today, I'm just like, I mean, we've all been waiting for so long. All right, the plane is turning. This is gonna be our final approach now. We need to go ahead. Where are we at? Let me look at my chart. We're gonna descend to 1,800 feet. So just a little note time for you guys. I will not be able probably to look at the chat too much on the approach, so that I can get all of us on the ground safely. All 173 of us right now. All right, it's not a bad time to start thinking about flaps. All right, so basically we're already too high. At Punky, we need to be at 6,000. At the next waypoint after that, we need to be at 5,000. Basically, we need to be at 1,000 feet down by each waypoint. We're gonna go down to 230 knots. That's what the chart tells us to do. We're gonna put about 5 notches of flaps in. Landing lights on. Seatbelt signs are already on. We're gonna leave nav mode on until we're ready to go ahead and take control of the aircraft. We'll go ahead and try to see if we can contact SFO. There it is. Let them know that we are inbound, running on 28 left, straight in.
San Francisco Unicum. Blue 116 is 17
and we're still too high.
miles to the southeast at 6,100 feet. Inbound
I actually
landing.
can see the runway, so I'm going to slow down now to
28
about
left.
200 knots, straight up. Basically, if we don't make all these other if we don't make all these other altitudes, we just need to make sure the important one is when we get to Duyet. This one up here, we need to be at 1,800 at this point. And then from there, I'll probably take control of the aircraft and fly out the rest of the way in, unless we need to do it earlier. Alright, spoiler. Ooh. Spoilers armed. We are 13 miles out. I'll wait till we get probably to He-Man intersection, which is a few points ahead of us, before we before we announce we were on final.
San Francisco
I love this. This is like me. I love this part of the arrival whenever I'm flying in real life. Like this whole part right here is beautiful. All right, but anyway, let's stop enjoying the view and start working on getting us on the ground safely. All right, let's go ahead and put the gear down. Gear down, land lights on, seatbelt signs on, flaps down to about 15 now.
San Francisco Unicum. Deer Crusher is 22 nautical miles to the east at 9,800 feet. Inbound for landing. We'll make straight in for runway 28 left.
Thank you for that, Nico. 5 nautical miles from the runway. Spoilers, 10 miles out for gear. We're right at 10, so I got half of that right. I did the arm early, but I always arm my spoilers earlier because I always forget. Alright, we're going to slow down a little bit more. 170. Let's take our, we have a little bit of a headwind, about 12 knots, actually a little bit of crosswind, 12 knots at 343. Be careful, don't stall. Don't stall, 737. Do what you're told. Do what you're told. Put that nose down. We're actually too low. take some flaps out. Alright, let's take a look outside real quick. Gotta butter it, baby. Gotta grease the landing. I'm still just getting distracted. If we crash, I blame the fact that I'm distracted by looking at all the scenery and new graphics. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take control of the aircraft now because I feel more comfortable taking control of it. I like how hazy it is out here. It's cool, right? I'm gonna keep it right at the I still have nav mode on, so it's directing us almost directly to the runway. We're just a little bit off to the I think the right. Yeah. But I love how hazy it is out here. It's so cool. Again, I'm getting distracted by everything else. I'm going to turn that off. Don't need that anymore. Go ahead and let them know we're on final. Runway 28 left.
San Francisco Unicum. Blue 116 is on final. Runway 28 left. San Francisco Unicum.
We're sending a bit
Uniform Papa
faster
Sierra
than I would like to,
317 is
but
clear of all runways.
we should be okay.
San Francisco Unicum.
We seem to
Uniform
be
Papa Sierra
okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead
317.
and turn off nav
Crossing
mode.
runway
I'm also going to turn off
19
heading mode.
San
Now I have full
Francisco
control of the
Unicum.
aircraft,
United
except for the speed.
201 is 26 nautical miles to the east at 9,700 feet. Inbound for landing. Will make right traffic for runway 28 right. San Francisco Unicum. Uniform Papa
Alright, now
Sierra
you do not want to mess up an
317.
SFO approach
Crossing
because
runway
you'll land
19
right
left.
in the water. So let's try not to land right in the water.
500.
Now I know I'm only at like 10 flaps right now, but it seems to be working for me.
400.
So I'm actually going to go down 15.
300.
I usually land
200.
slower than this, but it may be because of how much fuel I have that this just seems to be working out for me.
100.
Alright, we're kind of going a little bit fast.
50, 40,
Ooh, put
30,
it.
20.
Okay, turn it off. Come on. Floated it, floated it.
20.
Put the nose down just a little bit.
10.
And we are down. First flight is complete. We just gotta get off the runway. Thrust reverser is on. Let's get her slowed down. Not bad, right off the center line. Alright, let it roll the rest of the way. Whew, that was fun. Where the hand claps at? I see you. Thank you for that pie deck. Alright, with the brakes on, we'll see if we can exit right here. There we go. And welcome to San Francisco, California. Hope you guys enjoy your tour of the Golden Gate Bridge and what's that other place? The big prison place. Alright, we're gonna park her over here. This is actually, I think, Southwest parking, but it's okay. We'll park right here. And we'll do an engine shutdown. We'll end the flight, and then we'll continue. Maybe. Yeah, we'll continue. We'll do one more shorter flight. And we made it, guys. We're at the gate safely. We didn't run anybody over. We'll announce we're clear of our runways. I'm actually really happy. Our first flight went a success. San Diego to San Francisco. Alright. But it's not a success until we turn off the engines. So, landing lights off, strobe lights off. We'll leave, turn off the beacon lights on because we're not going anywhere right now. Seatbelt signs off. Engines. Let's get a close-up of this. Whoosh. Oh, oops. Come back, come back, come back. Ah, come on, don't ruin this. Don't ruin this for me right now. Don't ruin this for me. Okay, that works. Alright, engine. That's engine number 2. Stop. And we'll just go turn both off. Whew. Good times, guys. Good times. Thank you, guys. Everybody who joined us for this first flight, I just want to say thank you for joining in. This is actually the most people I've ever had on a live stream so far, so I want to thank all 220 of you. Broke the record for my channel. Definitely hit the big red button below and subscribe if you like what you see. I'm going to be doing a lot more flights like this on a daily. During the weekdays, I do a flight every day, and if you want to join me, I thought I hit stop on that one. And if you want to join me, you could definitely join me on the live stream or join me in the Discord. We could do some crew flights on or offline. But thank you guys for joining me. We are going to continue to do a second flight. We just need to plan it out again. I want to fly probably a shorter flight if possible, because I got some stuff to do in about an hour. So we'll do a bit of a shorter flight. So as you can tell, engines are off. Engines are completely off. We have a couple more aircraft coming in. We may watch those guys land. Yeah, here's a guy coming in on 27 left. We'll watch him land from the tower view. And we got UPS 317 taking off at 28 right, just sitting on the runway right now. But where is it? And I'm gonna go ahead and set up a new flight plan, and I'll let you guys know where we're headed to next. I haven't decided just yet. If you have any suggestions of places we can fly in this area, please. I want to continue. Ooh, oh, look at that view! Oh my God, that's beautiful. Okay, hold on. Let me make one change. One change. Oops. That looks mad dope right there. Look at that 777 coming in for a landing at SFO. Man. Let's see if he's gonna grease it. He don't know right now that he's online. He don't know he's live right now. He has no idea he's live right now. He's about to come in. Let's see. Let's see what he does. Don't crash it. Don't crash into the water. He looks good though. The 777 has approach mode, so he's probably on approach mode.
San Francisco Unicum. United 201 is on final. Runway 28 left.
Alright, yeah, I'll show my settings, guys. Don't worry. Alright, here he comes. And it looks like he's down. Very nice. Very nice. That was pretty smooth. Hey, it's another United plane. That's funny. I wonder if he's headed anywhere next. Alright, well, while we watch him taxi to the gate, let's find out where we're going next. Let me take a look at my handy dandy Sky Vector. I wanted to fly to Seattle, but that might be a longer flight than I want to do right now. Let's find out how far that is. I was thinking about flying to either Seattle or Portland. But that looks like that's going to be a... Let's see how long of a flight that's going to be. It's actually about a 2-hour flight from here. Or it could be about an hour and a half. So I'm not going to do Seattle. Let's see what about Portland. Kilo Papa Delta X-Ray. That's also about an hour and a half. There's not really a lot of airports around here that I know too well up in Northern California. We could go to the east. So let's zoom out. A lot of you guys wanted to see the global map. Here you go. This is the global map. You can actually just move it around. It's really cool. From what I understand, you can only see aircraft in your region or around you. So for example, I can see aircraft all the way down there, just like not far from LAX. That's probably as far as we can see right now. But yeah, so I was thinking about going up here to KC, which is way up here. Let's see, what's short of that? We may do like a stop. We could go to Boise, Idaho. Right here, I think is what this is. I'm not sure how long of a flight that'll be. Oh, Denver's right here too. Oh, we could go to Salt Lake City. That's where we're going. Actually, either of these, both of these cities have beautiful scenery. Denver, KDEN, and KSLC both have beautiful scenery. It's another 777 coming in while we set up for our next flight. So should we go to Salt Lake City or should we fly to Denver? Let's find out how far that is. And guys, I'm not ignoring your like suggestions for flights. I just want to fly a short flight. I only have like an hour to do this to finish the stream. I only have like an hour or less, actually. 55 minutes right now. I need to be done in 55 minutes. So we need to fly somewhere we can get to in about 55 minutes. All right, so that's why I want to fly from San Francisco to somewhere that's less than 55 minutes away. Preferably about like 40 or 30 or so. So let's try, I'm going to try and see how far it takes to get to Kilo Sierra Lima Charlie. That's about an hour. I think we can get there faster though. I kind of want to try that. I think we can get there faster. If we can hurry, we can get there faster. Let's see. Anywhere else on the map we can go? It's actually farther than it looks. That's why it's taking so long. We can go to Reno. Reno's a good airport. Let's see, how far is Reno? So I'm looking for like a 30-minute flight, which I know we've all done infinite flight so many times. But hey, today is not about how far you're flying. It's about the scenery around us. That's why we want global. Yeah, so Reno, Tahoe. That's actually a pretty short, that's a really short flight, actually. So we'll do that. It actually takes us over some pretty beautiful mountains. That's actually in the desert. So right now we're in like the grassy part of North California, but that's going to take us into the desert. So we're going to be able to see the transition between desert to grass. So we're going to jump back over to our flight vector and do this all again. We don't need a lot of these charts anymore. If you guys missed the beginning of this stream, this is how I start my flight planning. So we're going to be flying from SFO, Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Oscar, to, what did I say? K Reno, Kilo Romeo November Oscar, Reno, Tahoe. There's actually a really nice lake in that area too, Lake Tahoe, if you don't know a lot about the U.S. So it looks like we have some CRJs flying out there. We have some PC-12s, A320s, things like that. So we'll take the A319er. We're going to stay in the same plane for this flight. And here's our flight plan. So we need to go ahead and pull that up. I'm going to copy that. Looks like the altitude is about 29,000 feet. And it takes about, this actually says like an hour, 7 minutes to get there, but we should get there a lot faster. So, all right, so we need to go ahead and plug that into Infinite Flight now. We're going to clear out our current flight plan. Oh, God, what's going on here? Okay. All right, cool. All right, we're going to go to the map, clear out our current flight plan. I see a lot of guys asking for a night flight. I'll do a sunset flight. I'll do a sunset flight for you guys, all right? I'll go ahead and I'll change the time of day to be around sunset so you can see, because I'm really curious what that looks like too. So we will do, all right, go ahead and we'll hit search and then paste that flight plan in, and the beginning and the end you need to put your destination and your departure. So we're going to, where did I say? Reno, KRNO. And then in the beginning we'll put, oh crap, in the beginning. All right, here we go. KSFO. Oops, I think it's L. KSFO. And so now this is gonna plot perfectly. I love it. All right, so that makes it so much faster and easier. Why did he park on me? Like, you just landed, bro. Why would you park on me? What is going on? What's up with all these United flights around me right now? Like, dude, bro, you know, like, there's no excuse for this anymore. Seriously, there's no excuse for this anymore. Now we actually, oh my God, this is annoying. Okay, we gotta get out of here because he's literally on top of me, like plane raping me right now. I'm gonna push back. Is there like a start engine command? No, there's not. Okay, push back so we can get the heck off of this guy. Good night, everyone who has to go to sleep. I know that you are in different time zones, so good night. See you guys next time. Definitely hit the big red subscribe button for more flights. We'll be continuing this flight to one more destination, and tomorrow we'll be going on to some more places too. So I'll be flying around 12:30 Zulu-ish. A little bit later than that, probably, actually. All right, so we're pushing back. And this is for you guys who didn't get to catch the very first flight. You get to kind of see the whole pushback and engine startup process again, which is really cool. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're not gonna waste any time. Seatbelt sounds already on. Go ahead and start the engines up. Start up engine 2. Wait for that baby to pull up as we get everything else ready. Flaps, we're gonna put that down to 10 for takeoff. We're not flying a SID today, so I'm just gonna set it to 12,000 this time. Aero Equator. Cool. Wilson Airlines, it's all good that you're Portuguese. I am learning Portuguese, so thank you for trying. Yeah, the new logo is pretty cool, Damo. Little Scorpion Gaming. I'm not sure if the Android 7.0 is supported. Square start engine number 1. We got a, looks like a 757, is that what that is? Oh, it's an Airbus A221 over there, pushing back also. I'll probably do some farther flights later on. Today I just want to kind of, get a couple flights under my belt, give it a try, see how it's going, and then I'll probably do some longer flights later, maybe in the next couple days. Everything just got dark on my screen, I don't know why. Alright, so I think we're good. Engines are up. Engines are good. We got 2 good engines. Turn our beacon lights on, which I should have did before we pushed back. And everything else is set, ready to go. Go ahead and announce that we're taxiing to 28 left, same place we landed. Brakes off. And let's start taxiing. I think 28 left is in this direction. Yeah, it is. Oh, I forgot to get fuel. Ha! Oh, man. That's a thing now, guys. That's a thing. Alright, brakes on. And go to weight and balance. And this flight shouldn't be any longer than an hour at the max. So, we still have plenty of fuel to make it, though. We have 2 hours of fuel. So, I'm going to just add a few more minutes of fuel. And we're good. I mean, we didn't barely use any of the fuel we used the first time on the first flight. Okay, so now if you look at the bottom, it says on the thing is saying that we're not gonna have enough fuel, but I think that's because we're going so slow. We have 30% fuel. We have plenty. We got plenty of fuel, so I don't know what it's talking about. Yeah, I know. I'm 100% sure we have plenty of fuel. We're not gonna have any issues. So what was I gonna do? Oh, I'm changing the date and time. You guys want sunset? Oh, let's do sunsets. Let's do right there. Let's see, where's the sun at? Yeah, so the sun will set while we're flying. That's what I want to happen. Only issue is I should have flew a different plane because this plane doesn't have any night light textures. So yeah. Alright, we'll announce that we're taxiing across. What's the name of this runway? 1 left, 19er right. Crossing runway 19er right. And crossing runway 19er left. And we're going to cross. Somebody coming. We'll get there.
Crossing runway 19 left.
Only complaint that I have at this moment is looking at this picture. If anybody is an actual like if you were into art or graphic design or anything with lighting and 3D stuff, like this is technically not right. The planes are a little too blue at this moment right here, where the sun is, very yellow, a lot of warm colors. So from this side it actually looks good. This side looks good, but from this side it's too blue. Like the shadows are a little too blue. But that's just my constructive criticism. I still love how everything looks. It looks a whole lot better, but I'm just saying that it's a little too blue in the shadows of the sunlight, especially when I'm in the desert. Okay, we're not in the desert technically. We're in San Francisco, but still, you get what I'm saying. I'm gonna turn my names on so I can see who people are. That's World Express Jeremy Coates. Alright, so we'll pre-brief our departure as we taxi. So basically, we'll take off runway 28 left. We'll fly runway heading until we get to about 1,000, maybe even 2,000 feet. We'll make a right turn directly to Taveur. And wow, we're really close, like seriously close. I didn't know we were that close. Well, it looks like we're close. I don't know how close that really is, but yeah. So we'll make a right turn direct to there, and then we'll figure out what arrival we want to fly. I'll do exactly what we did last time, and we'll put in our approach waypoints and things like that. Hopefully, I don't want to like get out and reload it, but hopefully the textures get better. Because I know the servers are still overloading right now. They've been overloading all day. And I hope that they get better so that we can see some better textures on the ground. But hey, guys, it may be a few days until it really looks like it's supposed to look all the way completely. If you were here early on in the stream, you really get this. I mean, seeing Southern California look amazing. But it didn't look anything like this. Like, it looked way better than we're looking at right now. Because right now they're very low resolution. All right, well, looks like we're gonna be first in line. There's nobody on the way down. We'll stop in the little hold short area, which is right here. I hit the brakes too late, so we're gonna pass this by a little bit. It's gonna announce taxi, and we're gonna continue. Oh, what are you doing? It like got stuck. The button got stuck. All right, 28 left is where we're taking off. Oh wait, not taxi. SFO announced takeoff. 28 left. Departing to the east. Brakes off. Alright, now we're gonna turn our strobe lights on, lane lights on. Everything else is good to go. And no aircraft inbound as we can see at the moment. Sunset off to the west over the mountains. I'll tell you, I've actually seen the sunset in San Francisco and it's beautiful. Sorry about that. You know, it would actually add a lot if they just added like inside cockpit lights to 737-800. Alright, here we go on 28 left. Second flight of the day. This is our last leg of the stream and last leg of our flights planned today. Go ahead and go full throttle, about 91-92%. We'll put our map back on, and we're rolling.
San Francisco,
runway 28 left.
World Express 96 is taking off runway 28 left. Departing.
I'm also gonna go ahead and drop this flight plan too for you guys in the Discord. I should have did it before we like took off. All right, here we go. It rotates right around there, and we are up, baby. All right, lock our heading right there. Gears up. We'll look at that from tower view. Oh, it looks so good. Let's put our nose down a little bit before we stall out. Speed up. And go ahead and make a right turn to our first waypoint, about 245. So right now it's still telling me that I don't have enough fuel, which doesn't really make any sense, because I'm pretty sure we have enough fuel. Like I'm very sure, guys, that we have enough fuel, but it's in the red. All right, let's look back at our scenic view. Whoa, look at that. Man, did you see that flyaway shot? That was dope. It doesn't look that good right now, but that other shot from far away looked really good. Look at the sun reflecting off of the nose of the aircraft. That was cool. Oh, look at that. Man, if that was in high res, that would look so much better. Alright, let's take another look out here. Oh, look at that sunset, guys. Oh yeah, this is what flying is about right here. So I think it may be red because we're just we have less than an hour of fuel or something. I don't know what the heck that means. If we run out of fuel, then you guys get to see somebody run out of fuel for the first time. But man, look at that horizon, man. Like seriously. What's going on, E-Train? Welcome back, bro. Device, iPhone 7 Plus. Now I can actually like talk to you guys. Now that I have my hands full. Sorry that I wasn't purposely ignoring you guys. I just been kind of busy and admiring the view and stuff. But settings. Let's do that very quickly. Basically the same. I mean, I have my interface timeout at 2 seconds. I always like to hide my status bar so I can take screenshots. Control setting, everything else is at default. Yeah, everything else is default. Only thing that are graphic settings, I have rendering quality high, resolution high, anti-alias on, limit frame rate is up. Basically everything is maxed out. So everything is default except for the graphics are all maxed out. Man, look at that departure. Can we get another scenic view of some kind?
San Francisco Unicum. Redwood 301 is 23 nautical miles to the southeast at 5,200 feet. Inbound for landing. Will make left traffic.
Laser Gamer, I'm going to be streaming again after this flight. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Tomorrow at 12:30 Zulu. That'll be 8:30 EST, 7:30 CST, AM. All right, now that we're out of San Francisco, I almost forgot. We can now do this magical button right here. Hold on, let me show you. Let me show you the magical button. Tune out. I love it. I love that button right now. It's one of my favorite features. All right, we're above 10,000. We'll go and turn the landing lights off. I believe our flaps should already be up. They're not. The flaps are up now. Spoilers are up. We'll go ahead and switch to nav mode. Go back out and enjoy the sunset. I don't know if the time is gonna like keep going or if it's just gonna stay where it is. But that just looks amazing. I see some people want to see the map again. I'll show you the map one more time. I've done this a few times, but I know some of you just joined us. And I understand a lot of you are having trouble even getting in the server, so you kind of want to get a look at everything. So if you just keep zooming out, you get to see the whole globe. And then you can kind of scroll around the whole world and see the whole map. You can't see every single aircraft out there, though, just so you know. You have to, you can only see aircraft within your range. So for example, I can only see these guys around San Francisco and about halfway down to LAX, which is it's bigger than the regions were. So, but the map is pretty, it's the globe, so it's big and pretty cool. We got a World Express 906 to our left wing. I'm going to turn off names only because I like to take screenshots without names in them. So I think like that's a cool shot. Uh-oh, it just changed. The weather just changed. Look at that haze. Look at that haze layer. How cool. I'll do night before we land, guys. I mean, we just took off on the sunset, and I'm enjoying the sunset. So I want to look at the sunset for a little bit longer, and then we will switch to night before we land. We may do a night landing. I might just land at night. Maybe we can do that. How's that, guys? You want to land at night? And yeah, this is actually one thing you can do is you can if I go here, if I go to time, you can see that we can actually change. So if I go, so if you look at the sun, you're gonna see it go down. Like, look at that's so dope. It looks like it actually is stopping now. So like I think that wherever you set it, it's just gonna stay there. So that looks, man, look at that. Like the haze makes it kind of look like there's clouds, even though there's not clouds. It just kind of gives you the feeling that you're kind of like in the clouds. All right, let's pay attention. We have about 20. Wow, we have a good while before we get to our destination. Now it's not bothering me about fuel anymore because I knew I had enough fuel. Let's go ahead and speed up. We're going pretty slow. We go to about our max operating speed, which I think is about 300 and I don't remember what it is. I think it's 320. Anybody know? Anybody in the chat know what the max speed of 7378 is? I think it's maybe 320 or 3 something like that. We'll go to 330 for now, and if it's too fast, we'll slow it down. And we'll climb up to 290, which is our cruising altitude. There it is. Yeah, 350 is the max. We'll go about 3,000 feet per minute or so, something like that. We'll go to about 345 knots. And that'll get us there a little bit faster. Where did the other guy go? Oh, there he is. Yeah, that looks so good, right? But yeah, guys, I'm planning on doing a lot more flights in the future to a lot of these places that you guys have mentioned. I want to do a Caribbean flight. I want to do a flight to Puerto Rico, to Brazil. I want to see what Brazil looks like. See you later, Laser Gamer. Thanks for joining me, man. Costa Rica sounds like fun. I mean, we're gonna do some flights in every country. I mean, we have a lot of time now. I mean, you can't do every flight in one day, so I can't do every single flight that you guys have mentioned in one day. Definitely do some flights in Australia. Miami to ATL sounds like fun, Gabriel. Let's see, what else are you guys saying? I see Brazil in there, Norway. But today, this will be our last flight. Actually, let me change the video. I changed the name of the video. We're flying to Reno now. So yeah. Looks like the weather just changed again. That looks dope. Oh my, oh snap. Y'all look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Bruh, look at this. Look at that sun, the way like kind of like does a thing on the horizon, like it's dope. Oh man, screenshot. The sun will actually move when you're in current time mode. Right now I've manually changed the time, so it's the sun, and I don't think it's gonna actually move. The weather will change, but the sun won't change from where it is. But it'll react differently apparently to, you know, where it looks. Let's see if we can get a left wing view of that. Okay, that doesn't look as cool from this view. London to Dubai sounds like a good idea too, guys. Yeah, got it right. Orgasmic, man. This is beautiful. I'm trying to get a really cool scenic view of it. And look how, like, now the reflections look good. Like now, to me, the way the lighting looks on the plane, like the color is actually reflecting as it should. If you look off in the distance, you can see little bitty like lights on the ground, and those are different airports, like little beacons from the airport, so you can see the airports from a distance. Crap, I missed it. I missed the screenshot I was looking for. New York to Amsterdam is a good idea too. If you are into Discord, I apologize for anybody who's actually in Discord. I've just been so tied up with, you know, flying and stuff that I haven't really been that active today in the Discord, but I will. But You can post screenshots there. You can also post flight plan suggestions. We have a long list of flight plan suggestions that we created just last week for global, so that we can have places to fly. Nice. So none of these scenic shots are doing it for me. So we're gonna. Ooh, I know which one we should do. Oh no, that's not gonna do it. That's not it. That's not it. That doesn't look bad right now. Yeah, you see the little beacons. If you look really hard out in there, you can see little green beacon lights. And that's what the little airports. Man, that looks good. That's it. That's a money shot right there. That's the money shot. Alright, we gotta slow down. One more. Dope. Discord is in the description of the video description below. New York to Amsterdam, London to Dubai, Orlando, Florida to Puerto Rico. Yeah, I've actually done that flight before, but not on Infinite Flight. Hopefully it comes really soon to Android for you guys. I really hate that you guys have to miss out on this. This is so beautiful. Like, if I was in you guys' shoes, I probably wouldn't be watching a single video. I'd be so upset. What's going on, Laser Gamer? How much is global? All that information is on the website. So if you want any information on pricing or anything like that about Infinite Flight, there's a link in the description also for Infinite Flight community page. You can get updates on how the servers are going with that and everything. So let's jump in the cockpit real quick and see what our speed looks like. I know our max speed is Mach 8.7. We're going to go with Mach 8.5. And let's take a look at our flight plan. How far are we out? We're about 6 minutes out. 10 minutes to destination, so we need to start descending ASAP. Yeah. Let's see, what's the weather at Reno? See, I knew we can get here in plenty of time. We get here fast. Looks like they're calling for runway 25, but we're probably landing at runway 34 left. Yeah, we'll do that. Ooh, we got some interesting wind here in Reno. So we got winds at 260, 14 knots, 26 knot gusts. What is going on there? 7 miles is the visibility. Few clouds at 9,000, scattered at 14,000, broken at 24,000. And yeah, it's going down. There's a very windy right now in Reno, and the airport elevation is 4,015 feet. I did not know I was setting myself up for a challenge. Okay, let's get the charts out. We said we're gonna land at 34 left. That's gonna be an RNAV approach. Let's see. Wow. All right, so let's go ahead and start descending. I don't know where we need to be exactly, but I know we need to be down. So I'm gonna go down to 10,000 feet right now until we figure out how fast we really need to descend. And then we'll slow her down once we get a little bit closer to 10,000 feet. This would be a lot prettier if we were flying an aircraft that had a... Oh man, look at that. I think the sun is moving down. Looks like it's getting lower. Ooh-wee. But I think that the sun is actually moving. From far away, it looks like there's like clouds out there under where the sun is if you look real close. But anyway, so back to our flight plan. Let's see. We need to go to... Let's see if I can find any of these waypoints. So I'm looking for Masue, M-A-S-U-E. There it is, right there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that one, Reno. And then so from where we're coming from, oh crap, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. We need to go to Masue. We need to be at 8,100 feet at this waypoint. And then from there, we're going to go to L-A-N-B-E, Landby waypoint, which should be right directly in front of it somewhere. Where's the airport? There it is, way over here. Landby. And then from there, we need to look for, starts with a G. There it is. And we need to be at 6,800 feet from there. Now remember, the airport elevation is 4,000 feet, so we need to keep that in mind as we're approaching the airport, and then after that is just a bunch of waypoints that kind of bring us down, which I'm gonna go ahead and put in. I'll put the last one in. This one, but the thing about this is actually gonna put us off to the right side of the runway if we allow navigation to take us all the way down there. Yeah, the sun is definitely going down, guys. Nice, we get to see our first Infinite Flight Global sunset. Mazamar plane spotting. What did you ask? He's asking about having problems loading. Anybody who's in here who hasn't been already answered about the loading issue, it's not just you. A lot of people are having issues loading in to the loading into Infinite Flight Global. I had it all day, literally all day today since 10 a.m. this morning, and now it's almost 5 o'clock. I've been trying to load into Infinite Flight, and I just barely got in around 2:30. Around 2:30 is where it was, where I finally got in. And so since then I've been flying non-stop because obviously I want to be flying. You can kind of see some mountains out here, but it's just a little too dark to tell. It looks like there's other aircraft. I guess he's flying with us. I'm not sure if Jeremy Colt, if you could shout out in the chat if you're in the chat watching the stream right now. Thank you for flying with us today. We're at 23,000 feet. We are 2 minutes out from our destination. Local time is 6:35. I mean, that's not correct because the sun's going down, you know what I mean? But still. It's definitely, the sun is definitely going to be down when we get on the ground. I'm like, oh, you can see the stars already. Okay, look at this, guys. You can see the stars. So a lot of you guys wanted me to do some night flying, so now you kind of get the best of both. You get sunset and some stars. So I don't know if you guys can actually see that in the stream. Hopefully you can. Awesome gamer. Yes, I did. I'm still holding it back. Orange gamer. Yes, I would definitely fly 787. 787 is actually my favorite aircraft. Yeah, we got those stars above. Man, that is amazing right there, man. Good job. So if you look at the right side of my screen, it says global server is like red, which means it's not at a good state right now. So if you're having trouble getting in, that's exactly why right there. I mean, if the sun was up enough, you would see that the quality of the scenery around me right now is pretty poor because the servers are having a lot of issues. So, all right, we are less than a minute from our next waypoint now. We'll be turning a left of 346. We need to be oh, I didn't mean to do that. We need to be a whole lot lower though. So I'm gonna go ahead and slow down the aircraft to about 235 knots. We're gonna go down to 2,000 feet. Not down 2,000, we're gonna descend a little bit faster. We only need to go down actually to 8,100 now that I think about it. So we're just fine, we're okay. We're at, no we're not, we're at 19,000 feet. We have a long way to go. We have a long way to go. Alright, we're like in the middle of nowhere. There's not, okay, no we're not. There's frequencies to talk to. We're flying to Reno, and we're too far to contact them. So we'll stay on no frequency for now. And so you guys, if you had the question about flying at night, is there city lights? There are no city lights. It's just the little lights, sorry, the little lights that you do see are actually, some, like in the sky you see stars. And on the ground, you actually just see the beacon lights from different runways. So we're almost, actually no, I keep thinking we're at 10,000 feet, but we're not. We have about 2 minutes now until our next waypoint, which is Spoon. And after Spoon, we have Masui. And at Masui, we need to be at 8,100 feet. So we need to descend pretty quickly. We only have 2 minutes to get there. And I kind of wish we were in a different aircraft for a night flight because there's no inside lights. So what I might do once the sunset goes down, I'm gonna turn the sun to be back up so we can land at sunset. I don't know. I hate that the 737 doesn't have interior lighting like on the cockpit and stuff. Jeremy Coat, oh my bad, you're in the chat. I'm getting in the chat now. Yo, can y'all hear me? No, you can't. Yeah, you can. You can hear me now. Can you guys hear me? All right, cool. I can hear you. Sorry, I haven't been in here the whole time. Yeah, I'm still streaming right now. I bet. I know Miami's so beautiful. I know it is. I can't wait to fly there. Yeah, I bet. Yes, I'm gonna have to do a flight to Miami's sometime. I mean, it's just, there's so many places to fly to. There's so many beautiful places to fly to on the earth and on the globe that it's gonna take a while. I know they will. Yeah, the graphics will definitely improve as these days go by. As they get these servers upgraded and better, the graphics will definitely improve. Because right now, probably for you too, as you're flying, you're probably seeing some pretty crappy graphics. Well, yeah, the higher you are, the better the graphics get. But still, I mean, I was at 30,000 feet flying into San Francisco, and it looked very blurry to me, even from that high up. So I could definitely tell that they were having some issues with the server. All right, we're 37 seconds from our next waypoint, and we are at 13,000. We're still way too high. I'm gonna slow down, put the spoilers out, see if I can give it some more drag. I'm playing on an iPhone 7 Plus. And my phone is warm. It's warm. It's not too hot. It's warm. But my phone, I mean, it's not normal for my phone to be about this temperature right now. It's so cool to see an actual daylight cycle happen in Infinite Flight. I'm so tired of like having to switch from noon straight to straight to like to night to sunset, whatever. You know how it is. So I'm glad that we actually get this actual day and night cycle in Infinite Flight. Yeah, I had the people in the stream wanted to see how the sunset and the stars look, so I went ahead and changed it. Alright, let's see, we are still too high. We're about just a few seconds away from our next waypoint, which is Masui. We need to be at 8,100. And then shortly after that, we're going to be on our final approach into the runway 34 right. We're probably close to the contact with the Reno right there, close to the contact with the tower. The best Boeing. Report position. We'll do call and announcement. There's nobody there, so it doesn't even matter. But why not? 34 left, straight in. Oh god, what is going on with the aircraft? Okay, it's turning. It's up. Okay.
Inbound for landing.
Alright, we're at 10,000. Dope. But we need to be at 8,000. So we're gonna keep going down. Spoilers are gonna turn them off now. We're 17 miles out from the runway. Can't see the runway yet. They got rid of the show terrain warning, so you won't know that anymore. But I mean, we're okay. I'm gonna follow the chart on the way in, so we shouldn't have an issue with that as long as I follow the chart and I don't get too low or too high. Okay, I'm gonna turn the land lights on. Did you just take off out of Miami, or are you landing in Miami? Where are you flying to? From Miami to Tampa? Okay, nice. Whoa, did you guys see that? Everything just glitched out. Whoa, what was that? That was crazy. Oh, it's flashing. I don't know what's going on. What? Yeah, the haze does look beautiful. I think they'll eventually add flowers. Yeah, the terrain around here is just going nuts. I hope we actually get to land. Oh! Oh yeah, there's a bad gust. I forgot about that. Let's see, how high are we right now? Yeah, I hope we actually get on the ground because it actually might crash on us before we even get there. All right, we're gonna go gear down. We're 10 miles out. The spoilers are already armed, and I'll put some flaps in just a little bit. We have 24 knot wind off our left wing, and this thing is flashing like crazy. Hopefully this doesn't affect how I land. We put 5 sets of flaps. Spoilers are set to arm. We're about to go into the glide slope now. I still can't see the airport though. So I don't know where the airport is. I know it's ahead of us. But I'm gonna follow the glide slope in, and maybe hopefully we actually will find the airport eventually. Right now I can't see nothing. Yeah, I can't see the runway either. Alright, so I'm gonna turn off altitude, put the nose down a little bit. I don't even see a beacon for the airport at all. I'll be so upset we flew all the way here and then it can't even land because the airport doesn't exist. Well, this flight was only like 30 minutes. The first flight was
2,500.
oh my god, about an hour. Okay, now I see the airport. I see it's right there. Wow, oh god. Alright, I'm gonna speed. Guys here. I know you can hear me on Discord, but can you guys hear me on the stream? I wonder if it's a stream that would do that. Alright, check. Can you get the heck out of here? We're leaving. That's a I guess it's a ad for the app that I use for online. Flaps up, gear up. We're going around. I don't know what's going on, but we're getting out of here. We're gonna divert to some other airport. I use Vidi. It's an app I use Vidi. I think there's a free version of it. You can only stream like 8 minutes or something. I wonder if it has anything to do with the 23 knots of gust that we had going on here. 26 knots of gust, actually. Okay, guys, well, we're gonna have to change of plans because when we got down there, it started glitching out, and I don't know why. Actually, I kind of do know why because the server is jacked right now. So, where can we divert to? I don't have a alternate, technically. We'll go over here to whatever airport this is. That's way too far. I just came from San Francisco, but I originally took off out of San Diego. Alright, so we're gonna revert to Kilo November Foxtrot Lima, which is Fallen Nas, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Never been there, but we have enough gas to get us there. This is why you get extra gas. This is why you pack reserved. Wow, you didn't change it all then. You didn't change the fuel at all. Somebody say my name. Oh, what's up, Skyhawk? What's going on? What's up? What's your question? Right. I can't see anybody on the map. But there, you know there's people there. There might not be anybody there. Oh, that's because you can only see people close to you. You can't see everybody on the whole map. You can only see like people around your region that you're flying with. Somebody just crashed at LAX, somebody says in the chat. What'd you say? Well, as you move, basically you're able to see, I don't know exactly how many miles away from you it is, but it's probably like a couple hundred of miles that you can see of aircraft around you. So as you fly, you're able to see a certain different amount. So right now I can still see San Francisco aircraft at San Francisco, but I can't see anybody at LAX because that's too far from where my position is right now. Nice. All right, well I'm gonna try to divert now to this other unknown airport I've never been to at night. At night. Let's see. What? The weather looks a lot better here too. Visibility 10 miles, 8,000, scattered 12,000. So it should be good. We don't have any wind at all. And we'll land at 13 right. So I'm just gonna draw a custom little map on the way in. So diverting and drawing a brand new flight plan into this other airport. Should be there in no time though, it's not too far. So we'll speed up to about 245 knots. Since we're so low. Actually, we're above. Now it's telling me that it thinks that I don't have enough fuel. That's only because we're at 100% throttle, and you're not going to actually be at 100% throttle the whole time you're flying, so that's not accurate right now. I think I'm on expert server D, one and only. Infinite guy, what's going on? Anti-Semitic. Infinite flight guy. Hi. Pedro. Anti-Semitic. My game almost crashed. I was about to land at Reno and it just started glitching out. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was freaking nuts. Bay Area Game of 21. How do I get in? You just keep trying. That's all I can tell you. That's basically it. You just have to keep trying or give it some time, give it a break, and then try again later. That's the only way to get in. So if anybody's having a problem, get in. What's up? Yeah, also check their Twitter because they try to give you updates on what's going on with the servers, because right now they're trying to download some servers and do a bunch of technical stuff that nobody even knows what it means. But very important. All right, where am I? Alright, we are only about 10 minutes out from our new destination. I'm going to fly us directly to the next waypoint now, which is this one right here. And we're no longer really using nav mode. I'm back to the classic infinite flight of using the heading. Yeah, I'm so glad they put nav mode. Now you'll be able to do long flights and not just like have to pay attention the entire time. Los Angeles to London, a C-130. Yeah, you can. I mean, I know a lot of people right now who are flying who are actually asleep. Like they went to sleep. They went to bed like 2 hours ago, and they're gonna wake up in 2 more hours for a 5-hour flight. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna change my date and time again. Oops, not that. Because I don't want to fly at night.
How to get a role on here? You gotta spend time in the server?
Yeah. Just basically just stick around, fly, do some flights with me and stuff like that, and you're good. Oh, that's crazy. I can actually almost hear you in the stream. I didn't know my headphones were that loud. So I don't have a thing to bring the Discord straight in yet. I'm working on getting that so that people can hear the people talking in Discord too. All right, we're gonna watch the sunset again because I just changed the time. Yeah, the graphics are not. I mean, they can be good. Like when I took off in San Diego, they looked not bad. They looked pretty good when I took off in San Diego. That's when I first loaded in because the area around me had loaded in really good at time. But when I'm flying out here at 234 knots, passing all this, big bodies of land, and the server's having all these issues. It's not being able to keep up with me, so it's only giving me extremely low res, scenery and textures. And like I said, I saw on the forum, I saw somebody post a picture that the scenery was super low res, and they commented back saying that they're sorry, but the reason it's doing that is because the servers are overloaded right now. Everybody's trying to download scenery, so that's why they're trying to add more servers and get everything fixed. So not only for the people who are flying like me and you, who actually made it in, our scenery looks like crap, but the people who can't even get in, too. So they gotta fix the server so we can do that. Alex Wheaton, Blue, yes, I Global Online. I'm on Live Plus. Man, this sunset is just wow. Wow. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and set up for our arrival. I'm not sure how high we need to be. I know that elevation at this next airport is about 4,000 feet also. We're only at 11,000. I'm going to take a look at the charts on my computer. Hopefully we're able to land this time. I don't know what happened last time. That was just a mess. I just want to get on the ground so it can count my flight, Just let me land. I think we're landing at 1-3 right. Yeah, we are. Oh, it's a steep descent for the chart. Man, what the heck? It must be a mountain right in front of it. So we need to be at what? Okay, that's not right. Let's see, where's Taiwan? Not Taiwan. It's like a waypoint with a weird name. I bet somebody right now has already started a world flight, like all around the whole world. I bet you. I'm not sure. One of the moderators in the beta testing already did one across the equator, all the way around the whole world. It took, I forgot how long it took, but it took an extremely long amount of time. Days. Yeah, I'm down. That'd be cool. I want to see what Brazil looks like too. Alright, so I have no idea what altitude I need to be at. So we're just going to descend to about 7,000 feet, which would put us about 3,000 feet above the ground. And we'll slow down to 215. Where are you flying to again? Oh, Tampa, yeah. Alright, fly heading 130. Matter of fact, just so I can concentrate on some other things, I'm going to switch to nav mode so the plane will take care of that. We're really close to our airport. Go ahead and contact them, let us know we're on the way, even though nobody's there. Announce inbound landing on runway 13 right, straight in.
Fallon Nes Unicum, Blue 116 is 11 nautical
Colorado
miles
Springs,
to
just
the
in case
northwest of
some bad
9,800
stuff happens.
feet.
I think that's the runway
Inbound
right
for
there.
landing.
Oh, it's
Will
right
make straight in
there.
for runway 13
Alright, we're gonna descend a
right.
bit faster. Yeah, someday they'll add, rain and clouds and stuff like that. Alright, we're only, wow, whoa, okay, that's the wrong runway. That is the wrong airport. 13 right. Okay, we're 7 miles out. Is that the airport? Are we about to fly over the airport? Okay, it's right there. Alright, short approach. Very short approach. Where is it? I can't see it. Oh, it's over there. Alright. Slowing down about 175. Flaps to... Actually, I'm not going to do flaps yet. Got the spoilers on to get us slowed down, but we were descending, so it's going to be kind of hard. We might have to go around. Oh, I don't want to go around. Alright, let's see if we can force it. So I want to get on the ground. I don't have a lot of time. Alright guys, strap in. We're diving. No, we're diving in. I'm gonna turn off nav. Turn off heading. We're at 230 knots. Gears down. Flaps 25. Oh, now it's tripping again. It's like whenever I get close to the ground, it starts tripping out. It makes it impossible for me to get down there because I can't tell where my, my hood is actually pointing to. Oh my God. All right, we actually got the speed down pretty good. Oh, what are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. Please don't do it again. Please don't do it again. I'm flying it by hand, guys, so if I can't see, I die.
200.
The pilot is having, like, glitches, right? Is that a taxiway? Oh, crash. Oh, crash. Oh, my gosh. This guy just said that we just covered, the passenger covered the plane in skid marks. Oh, this sucks. I hope that it counted like my good landing. We're gonna in-flight.
Are you on the plane to like a hurricane or no?
In real life, no. XP earned 1,100. Actually, no. XP 84,285. Wait, no, that's not it. I'm sorry. XP earned 1,000. Yeah, we died, guys. Welcome back, Los Gamer. We all died. I'm sorry we all died. It's not my fault. Blame Global, blame Infinite Flight, because you saw how it glitched out right before I got to the ground. Oh, that was horrible. Okay, yeah, I was on the expert server. I couldn't even remember this whole time if I was on the expert server. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be the end of today. Pilot is dead, so you're going to have to find another flight to get on to your destination. I apologize. Thank you guys for flying with me. It was very nice. We got to see the sunset. Let's think about the positive side. We got to see the sunset. We got to see the stars. We landed in San Francisco. There's a lot more positives than negatives in this flight. But in the end, we all died. It is always someone else's fault. Yes. So, before we leave, for you guys who haven't got in, let's just take a look at the interface one last time. All brand new. Looks all brand new. Looks good too. New airport selection. This is where we just crashed at. So if we want to load into one of these airports here, go to Echo 906, hit OK. It's going to put our airplane right there. We can choose our server just like we did before. Expert server is 40%, training server is 62, and casual is 32. And that's basically it. Nothing else really changed. I mean, air traffic control is the same as far as the UI, stuff like that. Flying solo. You can see, I think if you have a live subscription, I think you can see global on solo. I'm not completely sure. Don't take my word for it. Google it. If you guys don't have any more questions before I leave, I need to go to a funeral. No, I was kidding, because we all died, so I'm late for my own funeral right now. Anti-Semitic, he's gonna go find another plane, but he's dead. You can't find a plane if you're dead. Android update comes in a few days. No MD11 is out. MD11 won't come out for probably a few more months, I assume, but that's not a fact. That's my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I know you guys on Android are like desperate to play, but honestly, like I feel like we're in beta phase 2. Like everybody who has iPhone is like beta phase 2, because if it wasn't for us, you guys would be dealing with the same glitchiness and loading times and crazy stuff like that. Yeah, so they're trying to clean up the bugs before they release it on Android. What's going on, Franco? Franco from Voco ATC, man. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I remember you from IFATS. Thanks for joining the stream. Global cost. If you want any cost information, stuff like that, the link is in the description to find all the information. Yeah, it's going to take a long time to load for everyone. What airplanes are free on solo? And when you first buy the game, you get like a 737, you get what do you get? A McDonnell Douglas, you get the A321, you get You get actually a good amount of aircraft. You don't like get 5. Like Aerofly, you get like what 2 aircraft whenever you sign up, which is freaking ridiculous. You get the Skyhawk, obviously. You get 1 jet. You get a couple GAs. You get the Caravan. You get the CRJ 200, Globemaster, and you get a good amount. So if you're like on the fence about getting it, but you don't want to buy like the full thing, but hey guys, all you gotta do is like $10. Like the lowest subscription is like $10. You get everything. So think about that. Yeah, you get everything. Only difference is that how long you decide to how long does this have to be to subscribe? So if you decide to get a subscription for a month, you get the exact same thing as the people who get a subscription for a year. Only difference is you have the year guys have a longer subscription. I have a year. Yeah, I actually just got a year like a week ago before it released, so I'm good until 2018. So, but for you guys who have not like bought anything yet, it's gonna cost you guys more because the price just went up as soon as it's released. So, should have did it yesterday. Yeah, well, the game I think is the same price, but the live subscription went up for like the year. The yearly one went up. The monthly one's the same. There's a 6-month one now, and there's a yearly one. Quote of the day. I don't really have a quote of the day today. What is my quote of the day? I can't remember. Man, never give up. That's my quote of the day. Because what I did today. Today, that's what I did. I didn't give up. I couldn't get in. I couldn't get into the global server. I kept trying. I didn't give up. So that's the quote of the day. And as I always say, you got 3 choices: give up, give in, or give it all you got. So if you want global bad enough, you're gonna do it. If you don't, you're gonna make excuses. So thank you guys for watching. I know you got lots of questions. You can ask them on the forum. Hit me up on Discord. Follow me on Instagram. Hit the big old red subscribe button on the bottom if you like the stream. I'll be streaming again tomorrow around 12:30 Zulu-ish. We'll be continuing our flight, probably from San Francisco. I'll probably go back to San Francisco, or we might go to Reno. Who knows? We'll see. We'll take off from somewhere in Northern California, head back to the north, and then we'll continue on to my mystery airport, aka my favorite airport that I haven't told you guys what it is yet, but you have to wait to find out. All right, catch you guys next time. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for flying with Blue Arrow Global. Catch you guys next time.